and Volodymyr Zelensky. These guys are very interesting. I like putting them kind of against each other, sort of as a thought exercise, not to like say that they're going to go against each other in war or anything, but I like putting their leadership styles just kind of next to each other and comparing. I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't really expect you to have an answer because I think it's complicated. If you were to put Joe Biden in the situation that Volodymyr Zelensky is in right now, right, in Ukraine, with basically your whole country is being fired at, Russia's invading your country, you don't know how many more troops you have left. You're basically, Volodymyr Zelensky is in a bunker in the middle of Kiev. No one knows where. He's in an undisclosed location. He's somehow alive. He was the number one target from Russia. And he's still in Ukraine. He's still trying to make these troops fight. He's still trying to make the fight go on. He's still trying to galvanize Ukrainians to keep fighting. Do you think Joe Biden would do the same thing for America? Hypothetically, if Canada or Mexico were to invade the United States, do you think Joe Biden would be the Volodymyr Zelensky for us? I don't think so. I cannot sit here and tell you with a straight face that I think Joe Biden would be able to do what Volodymyr Zelensky is doing in terms of his leadership. I can't. Because Joe Biden is he's a different type of leader. It's not to fault him because the situation that Zelensky's in is ridiculously dangerous. The UN offered to fly him out of Ukraine and give him a ride, and Zelensky responded with the most gangster answer of all time. He said, I don't need a ride. I just need guns. I need ammunition. And that to me that was a G of an answer, first of all. If you don't recognize the just G-ness of that answer, I don't know what to tell you. It's awesome. In my opinion, I thought it was just so cool the way he answered that question and the way that he has just conducted himself throughout this whole situation here in Ukraine. This guy, win or lose, I tweeted this, win or lose, Volodymyr Zelensky has earned my respect for life. He has. This guy is a legend. You want to talk about a true hero and a true leader within wartime? Look at this dude. Look at this dude. I don't think there are very many leaders that can say I've led my country relatively successfully through a time where my country was just being absolutely invaded. You have to go back to kings and queens, right? Because you don't really see invasion happen, especially in the modern world, all that often. And to have successful leadership and to have successful mobilization and to inspire your people to continuously fight and continue to fight and continue to run is something that I just don't think Joe Biden would have. And I know it's a hypothetical situation. I don't think Canada or Mexico are going to invade us anytime soon. But I don't think Joe Biden is that type of leader. I don't think I was trying to think which American president would do it, right? Which American president would be yo, I'm laying it out on the line. And the last one I could think of is probably Dwight Eisenhower. He honestly, maybe Reagan, but Eisenhower. Eisenhower was a former general, so that's the only reason I really selected him. I think Grant is also a former general, so he would maybe kind of fit into that same category. But there are a lot of American presidents that are politicians at heart. They're kind of, they played the game. They were lawyers. They went to cushy law schools and then, kind of finagled their way into the presidency. These guys aren't I expect, and this is kind of something that I personally, as a person who likes to study world leaders and really examine what they do, when I look at a leader, I expect when you sign up for the job, when you say so-and-so are running for president, that if you were in a situation like Volodymyr Zelensky is, you would give up your life for your country. You would give up your life to defend the morals and the culture and the values of your country. Would Joe Biden do that? Would Joe Biden defend the culture? Would Joe Biden stand in front of the White House if Canada was invading us and he was the last guy standing? Would he stand in front of the White House and defend it, or would he have left on Air Force One to go to Cabo? Would he be halfway to Cabo by then? I tend to think in the latter, that he would be halfway to Cabo. Ashraf Ghani was the president of Afghanistan. He was out of Afghanistan as fast as possible. He didn't stay to fight. He told all the Afghan troops, surrender, let the Taliban take over. Let them do it. Let them do it. He was so content with it. Volodymyr Zelensky said, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. We're going to defend Ukraine until we have one guy left. And listen, in the grand scheme of things, if Russia and Ukraine continues and it goes on and it rages on, who do I think is going to win? Obviously, I think it's Russia, just because of the fact that they have more resources. But the fact is, Ukraine is, I think they've earned the world's respect at this point. Obviously, Vladimir Zelensky has requested to join the EU, and the paperwork is, being processed as fast as possible. But I think we're in a situation where we're going to see, I hope that, Russia and Ukraine are able to come to a peaceful agreement, because if they're not, I worry for Ukraine. But Ukraine's on the world map right now, right? And you can't say the same about a lot of countries in terms of the fact that, like, if this was Angola, or not Angola, if this was like freaking Montenegro and they just got invaded, people would look at Montenegro or like any of these European countries and be like, ew. People look at Ukraine and they're like, damn, they're fucking strong. I respect that. That's the view of a lot of people. Maybe Americans, maybe people in developed nations, but that's the view of it. It's like, whoa, Ukraine is still holding it down? Respect. And that's what a lot of people are thinking at this point right now in regards to Ukraine. Respect. Zelensky, respect. Biden? What do we think of Biden? Would Biden act okay in this in his situation? I don't know. It's just a fun thought exercise. But